And howdy, here we are on Tuesday, and today we have a special guest. Yeah, special as in he rides on a short bus. What's the rest of us? So here we go. Here is Mint.
Short,
Howdy,
short bus special.
the short
I
bus.
love it. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Exciting time in the drone community, huh?
It is interesting times.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
exciting and expensive.
yeah, it's going to be very expensive. But let's start out here. See who do we have in the chat already. There is Jack Rabbit FPV. Howdy. We got Eat More Possum. And we got Sunrise Water Media. And that's Mr. Bully too. You got that right.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Lee McCready.
Hello, friends.
Lee is one of our local guys here. He couldn't make
Cool.
our last drone meetup because he wasn't feeling well. Hope you're feeling better now, Lee.
Yeah, exactly.
And Woody, our British connection, is here too.
He is always here. You've got loyal fans there, Kai.
Those best ones to have.
Yeah, exactly. The ones that are here every week.
And I always appreciate Sunrise too because he makes such an easy target.
He does. He takes it like a good little boy.
Yeah, but I don't know why he come up with the split personality. I mean, he's taking the split personality to a whole new level. There's not just two personalities, there's two persons.
Yep. He's a character, man.
But
That man could take anything you do and flip it into some sort of weird mix and just screw you up.
Oh yeah, tell me about it. I think everything I've done so far has backfired on me due to talents.
He's good at it. I'm careful what I say or do when I'm on a stream and he's in the room.
Nah, just I wish I could play this little clip out of Conan, but I probably get in trouble with the old copyright thing on that. But there's that Christoph Waltz, the guy that played that colonel on Inglorious Bastards.
Uh-huh.
And he's explaining the difference between Germans and Austrians. It's quite to the point.
Oh boy, yeah. Yeah, that's YouTube for you. You got to worry about copyright strikes. That's pretty.
Yeah. And Mike from Flight Zone Grounds is here.
Hey, what's up, Mikey?
Mikey.
Drone flying weather in the USA is actually Florida is beautiful right now. Getting into the fall, and
Texas is actually cooling off. So
yeah, it's getting good down. It's a little windy, but it's still hot. But it's not as hot as full on summertime. Where, I mean, we're still reaching 90s in real feel, but it's windy, so it kind of helps. Just a nice little breeze.
About what part of Florida are you in?
I am in Fort Lauderdale. I am just north of Miami.
Just north of Miami, so you're right in the coastal area. So
yeah, I live like less than 2 miles from the beach, from the Atlantic.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah, it's a nice it's a nice location, especially for flying. A lot of people though. It's a hard time dealing with a lot of people, but it's not too bad. What's up, Steven?
Well, we got Steven.
Yeah, it's my buddy from down here in Florida.
Yeah, and let's see. Dan Drone Warship, he's on the other side of Florida for you. So
yeah, he's up in I believe the Tampa area.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I
don't always go for the head-on collision, but when you get in my way, it'll it'll get popped. Yeah, you should know.
I haven't met you in person yet, Kai. I will at Spin Up, but I hear you're
I'm
quite
talking
tall.
I'm talking to Sunrise. Yeah, I'm just 7 foot.
7? Well, that's not. Everybody keeps saying you're like 9 feet. Where's that's of course that's Chris. Well, I'm 6'4", so I'm not that far away from you.
Well, I also packed like 350 pounds to go. Was that 7 foot?
Yeah, no, I'm screwed there. I'm like 165 wet, so that ain't gonna work. There's one in the Steven, my buddy Steve Homer. I'm gonna have to teach him how to fly. Another guy I can get into the hobby right there.
Oh, that's quite easy. Just bend over, swift kick, you go flying.
Bingo.
Or do you mean fly FPV?
Both. Bam.
That would be first person view. I mean, he won't even need goggles. See, already saved the money.
Oh yeah, okay. It was Sean Oz that said you were 9 feet, but 7 foot tall is still and at 300 something pounds, that's a big one. I don't want to mess with you. Hell, I'll just stay in my hotel room.
Not too many do. Not too many. It's always fun, when you're in the bar and I'm actually sitting down on a bar stool somewhere, and there's always this one guy that starts mouthing off, and you get into the point where things going to get interesting. That's the time where you're about to get up and go out the door. The second I get up, the motherfucker disappears.
Yeah, exactly. Oh shit! I don't want to mess with him. I'm out.
I had one guy show up at Twin Peaks for happy hour, and I'm already sitting at the bar, and this guy comes in there, and he's like, no, everybody's like, yo, you're so tall. He's like, yeah, I'm 7 foot. I'll look at him. I was like, you ain't no 7 foot.
Don't you love it? The guys that think they're taller than they really are.
He's adamant. He's like, I'm 7 foot. I'm like, there ain't no freaking way you're 7 foot. And this goes back and forth for about a good 10 minutes. I'm like, okay. At that point, I stand up. I said, I'm 7 foot. You're not.
Now sit back down.
You should have seen the facial expression on that guy at that point. Yeah, he just paid for his beer and disappeared.
I would have too. Akira Show said, I can't wait to see Kai chasing Matt at Spin Up. That's not happening. See, I'm smart enough to not screw with the guy that's bigger than me unless I'm drinking a lot of beer. And I still wouldn't do it. So that's not going to happen. And I can't run fast as I used to. So unfortunately, that's out of the question. I will be on your side, though. If something ever happens, I'll be on your side. I got your back, man.
Just like everybody else.
Yep, got your back. No, I would love you see. I would love to see you chase Chris.
There's an easy way to keep Callie from eating the drones. Just land them in some dog poop and tell them. Or just tell them they land in dog poop. He will never try to catch another drone with his mouth.
That was funny watching him catch that. And those drones are on their way to TJ, my buddy in South Florida, too. Chris told him, make sure you sanitize them before you fly. Hashtag don't mess with Kai. There you go. You started it, Chris.
Yeah, actually, I believe that's somebody else that started that hashtag.
Oh, he started the messing with you. That's what happens when you grab somebody's controller with your leg.
There was another one. There was no. He started don't mess with Kai. There was no don't fear. I don't fear Kai or something like that. There was 2 of them, and there's 2 of them in circulation.
Yeah, he's not going to put I don't fear Kai. He's a smart kid. Yeah, I'm excited about Spin Up, man. It's going to be my first one. You go every year, Kai?
No, it'd be my first one too.
Oh, will this be your first? Okay.
Yeah,
this is going to be a lot of fun.
And since we're on the subject of Chris and everything, I just got a new controller,
Ooh, that's a nice one.
and just so Sunrise don't get any bind there. No, you cannot have it.
And don't get anywhere near it. Just make sure you don't have a lanyard attached to it.
Thing turning controllers into footballs.
Yep. Yeah, that was an interesting one. Yeah, new football, yay. Oh, crap.
I've already found him a repair video as to how to replace switches on this thing.
What is that? That's the Tango 2? Or is that
no, that's the Mambo.
The Mambo, okay. I like how it's all matte black. I like that look.
Well, this is the ethics version, so this is the gray one of the two. There's one that's completely black. That's the standard version, and you get this one, the ethics.
Oh, it's like a smoke gray. Okay. Oh yeah, I like that. The smoke gray with all the black. That looks really good. Yeah, I like that one. I do more of the gamepad style, that the jumper T-Light. That's all I use. I haven't gotten into radios much because I just started out, but I will. I'm sure I'll grab something better.
This is my daily driver.
Yeah, I almost bought that one too. I almost did. Yep.
This is a damn good controller.
Yeah, I like this one. I like this jumper, this T-Light. I know I heard their quality control is not the best, so they said you might be replacing it after a little while, but it's not too bad. It really isn't.
Yeah,
it does.
It's good starting point.
Yeah, it does the job. I also have a jumper T12 Pro, the smaller version of the T16. I like that one too, but this one is it just seems more comfortable in my hand. So, but I'll end up upgrading probably. I really like that Mambo. It's a good looking controller, man.
The thing was the jumper T-Light there when you start using external modules like Crossfire module. That battery, that one lone battery you got there.
Yeah. Yeah, it goes quick. Yep.
That might be an option.
I wish there was a way to use a LiPo on it or something other than a 18650, but I can't. I don't know why. I might be able to mod it, but I doubt it. There's no point.
Well, there is a mod out there, and I mean you can always, do a 2P situation where you put a second 18250 in the parallel in there, right?
Yeah, good. Yep, that you could do probably. Yeah, that would be a good idea. At least running 2 batteries would save the power. The power works fine now. It lasts great, but like you said, if you put some sort of Crossfire or any kind of different protocol module on the back, it's going to eat it up.
I mean, that's what powers the Mambo is 2 parallel, 2 batteries in parallel.
2 18650s, yeah. See, that's the same thing I can do with the T12 Pro is put 2 18650s. It comes with a pack, but it comes with a balance lead, a 2S balance plug. So I can actually plug a LiPo into it if I wanted to, which I have plugged into it now. It works. I just never use it. I was going to sell it, and then I decided, you know what? I think I'll just hang on to it and save it as a backup. Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, my next step is going to be putting my nano module into the micro case.
What's that? What does that mean?
Well, right now I have the nano module, but the nano module don't fit in the JR bay.
Oh, okay.
So TBS actually sells this micro housing.
And you just flop the parts over?
Take the guts out of this one and put it into this case.
Ah, good idea. Yeah.
There's a little bit of soldering involved with it, so you can't just, going back from the micro to the nano is going to be a bit more of a challenge.
Yeah. I think I have that one. The T12 Pro, I believe, has a big one on the back of it. I don't know where the hell it is. Oh, there it is. Oh,
So and stretched under, crawled under his desk, can figure out where it's at. Okay.
I can never. Wait, there it is.
Oh, Doc Murdoch's in the house.
Hello, Doc. Uncle Chris, as I call him. Yeah, there it is. The T12 Pro. It's a good little radio. It's got it's the Open TX, but like I said, I get because I'm a thumber. Are you thumb or you pinch, guy?
A thumb.
Yeah, and it just seems like the radio, the game style pad just seems a lot more convenient in your hand when you're thumbing. I don't know. I have small hands. I'm sure yours are a little bit bigger than mine. You think? Yeah, I got little girl hands compared to your crap, man. Jesus. Hail all, yeah, drone nuts. Doc, I gotta blame him for me getting into FPV. That's his fault.
Well, we're not going to get into this, him giving you his 5 inches. I mean,
yeah, exactly. See, Doc, I already got railed by Kai for telling him that I have a 5-incher coming from you. Yeah, nobody wants to know that.
It's the little things in life.
Little. Oh, 5 inches would be nice.
Not what she said.
Oh, shit.
He was expecting more.
It happens. Hey, they can't all be happy. Oh, crap. What's up, Sergio?
Well, we've got a couple new arrivals here. Let's say hi real quick. We got Dustin Gable Crop Duster and Akirasho. And I guess Sergio's in the house now too. Sergio's the other half of Mankey. They're
twins.
Brothers. They're brothers. Before somebody gets this misunderstood, okay?
They are twins. Good dudes.
Yeah. I just don't want anybody to get a misunderstanding here and thinking they're keeping it in the family or something. No.
I wonder who you'd be talking about. Getting a misunderstanding.
Well, I said no. I introduced him as his partner, so.
Oh, God, yeah. No remixes, Chris. None.
Don't give him no ideas.
He's already got them. Oh, Doc said we will be doing the build tonight if you can. Yes, I can. I believe so. Yeah, we'll do a video call tonight. I'm good with that. He's actually going to do it in sessions in phases or whatever he's doing, so that way I can actually learn how to build them. I definitely don't want to be sending the son of a bitch back to New Mexico every time I break it. So yeah, I need to figure this out. I need to figure it out.
And then we need you to graduate to real FPV.
And what's that? The big ones or digital?
Yeah, go digital.
That's the plan.
See where you're going. We can't call it the dark side because you can actually see.
True.
Analog is the dark side, which my collection of analog is dwindling.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Oh yeah. I don't think I'm gonna. This 5-inch that I'm getting from the 5-inch CL1 Rotorite frame I'm getting from Doc is probably going to be my only analog, maybe. But I don't want to dump a bunch of money into it if I'm not going to stay. I definitely want to go digital. It's a good way to go.
Okay. Doc just revealed his logo, so I'm gonna.
It's pretty cool, man.
Come to the dark side.
That Excalibur frame in his hand. That drone he's got that he built, that thing's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen it in action.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he brought it down and flew it in Florida. For his first flight. I got to video it. It's pretty cool. That thing's a beast. Logo looks good, man.
Since we're on the swing of showing things, if anybody don't know where Matt is, Here's Maddie Strong World.
Oh, thank you, Kai. I need to start posting more.
I'll put a link to your channel in the description too.
Thank you.
Screen.
Thank you. I definitely need to start posting more. I've got a bunch of footage from both the Air 2S and the FPV flights. I just never post them.
Well, I got footage. I got footage from Germany that I need to do something.
Yeah, I got to get on that. I'm sure people want to see.
It's just been crazy work wise. So
yeah.
Speaking of logos, I'm still waiting on someone's channel logo.
Cough.
Yeah.
Sorry. That'd be directed at me. He's helping me make a intro, or he already did, really. But he's doing intro and outro videos for me for the channel, and I keep forgetting to send him the logo. Sorry, Dustin. I'll get there. Yeah, that's the one thing holding me back is editing. I downloaded DaVinci Resolve, and it scared me looking at the interface. It really did. It's a lot. I'm gonna have to go to YouTube University to watch that one. Of course, don't need any prodding. Yeah, so. Yep.
And there you go. You got a new subscriber.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. I promise I'll start posting more. I need to. I mean, I enjoy getting the subs, but what's the point if you're not going to give them something to watch? And that's the whole reason they subscribe to your channels, because they want to see the content, and I've been lazy with it. I don't have an excuse as to why. I guess I could blame it on the kids, but that's not true.
It's just life in general.
Yeah.
So, but to be posting content, you need that thing called a camera, and most of y'all already know about the CATX Peanut that came out. I actually got one of those things on order now, but Insta360, trying not to get outdone, decided to release this little nugget. So all you guys out there that already have to go to, don't go and sell it to get the CATX Peanut. Use your existing and get this little nugget right here, which will allow you to plug in a USB cord. Okay, let me see here. So we'll go to Insta360 where they have this thing on sale. $20.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
You pop your little Instago right there, and then it has a USB-C to run power to it. Well, now you're saying, well, then I don't have USB-C cord on my quad. Well, don't stress out over that. We can help you with that too. Here's
Look at that
power lead that plugs into your balance lead on your battery. There's your USB-C on the other end, and you be in business.
That is cool.
That is a very, very clean, a much cleaner situation. I'm actually thinking I'm going to buy this thing because there is another base that comes with the Peanut that has a USB-C in it too for charging. So this is going to be a much cleaner situation than there is on the what's the cables that come with the Peanut.
Now that would be a good cable to own, not just for that Peanut, or just for the Insta, but even to run a GoPro, because that's what it's meant for, I guess, right? Yeah, plug a GoPro in, run it right off your balance lead of your battery, and bam, you don't have to worry about battery power.
Yeah, well, you can eliminate the battery on your quad. That's going to save you what, 50 grams?
Yep,
at least.
That's pretty cool. That's definitely cool.
Well, you can
Question.
also use it on Action, the Osmo Action code. It has a USB-C charging port on it.
Yep. Yep. I wonder what kind of battery power it pulls out of your lipo. I mean, is it going to give you shorter flight times? I'm assuming.
I don't think it's going to be really much of it.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to tell.
Yep. That's pretty cool. Those cables are good to have just to have them. I'll end up getting a set probably. Might as well. Be nice to have them.
I'm going to drop a link to those cables into the chat.
Chris asked if you have a mount design ready to print for your peanut.
No, because I need to have dimensions for the peanut. I understand the dimensions of the peanut are slightly bigger than the original Gold
Yeah.
Sheet.
Yeah, that I heard they are.
It's according to tracking, it's already in Texas. It just hasn't been delivered to me yet. And then, I've got this little beauty and a 3D printer.
Calibers are nice to have. I have one of those.
And these are Mitotoyu. These are the good ones.
What was that, Kai?
These are the high dollar calibers.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They're a bit more precise than what you buy
Yeah,
at Harbor Freight.
those are easy to get my hands on because we have a steel manufacturing shop in the family, so we run through those things like candy with the press brake and all that stuff. They're good to have. Hey, Lee. Brother Rob. What's up, boys?
We got Rob, Third Eye View, Lee, Yellow Rose, and we had Little Llama Laura. I guess we missed her. Hello. She's off the bit, so she was just in here briefly, but thanks for stopping by nonetheless. And here's my reminder: if you haven't already, hit the thumbie uppy button.
Thumbie uppy. I like that. I need to go hit that myself. How's your daughter doing, Kai? If you don't mind me asking, she doing okay?
It's been a little rough at her house. The chemo has full effect now in the way that she's losing her hair. So
yeah, that's the tough one.
she actually went ahead and it came out and loads anyhow. So she just went ahead and shaved her head at this point. So
yeah, it's the same thing my grandmother did when she had breast cancer. She just shaved her head, and she was using wigs, just playing around with them, trying to keep her spirits high. It happens. It's part of the process, but
yeah, but it hit hard.
Yeah, of course, I can understand.
We do know she's responding to the chemo. The tumors are shrinking.
Very good. Great.
At least there's that. I mean, chemo's a tough gig. So
yeah, I can imagine.
But I told her, I said, look at the bright side. Yours is growing back. With me, that shit's going away and it ain't coming back.
No, that's over. That's done. It's gone.
Well, it's not coming back up here. It's coming out on other parts of the body.
Oh yeah. Good
you
Noah.
Don't know where. I mean.
Oh boy. I keep mine shaved.
Yeah, they all pulling one off, and I saw one. They're connected somehow.
Oh boy. Guess it's something to look forward to when I get a little older, huh? Ears and nostrils. Akira Show said ears and nostrils. God, I haven't gotten to that point yet, but I'm sure I will. I will. I shave. I shave everything. I just keep it gone. I don't have to worry about it.
That's not what she said.
Exactly. It actually isn't.
And Matt is commenting on how you get around.
Ah, yeah. I'm the YouTube drone whore, I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
TMI. I wonder what he means.
Good question. Which part? Which part was too much?
It's the random that comes out in us.
Gotta love it.
So, and Joe Blaylock's in the house. Howdy, Joe.
When you get old, it starts going south. Hair gone from the head, but more on the ass. Ah,
Well, there we go.
yeah. Oh, okay. Hey, it happens, man. See, I've always been. I've never been like hairy on my chest or my arms or my legs. Never been like crazy hairy. And you would think I would because I used to shave everything when I played baseball. I used to shave my legs, my arms, everything, and it never grew back like crazy dark. So that, thank God. But as you get older, I know it starts getting worse. So something to look forward to. Too much information for Matt too. Oh, come on, you can handle it. Gotta love these guys, man.
Well, we're definitely to the off the reservation already again. But I mean, let's circle back to the digital stuff real quick. And there's a lot of guys like you wondering about what goggles to get, and we had this discussion earlier. If you plan on getting into DJI digital and you don't plan on getting the DJI FPV POS, um, don't bother buying the V2 goggles.
Yeah, that's what we talked about.
The V2 goggles you only need if you actually fly the DJI FPV. If you not have any plans ever going to that thing, don't waste your money on buying V2s. Just buy the V1s. The V2s run two sets of firmwares, and you actually have to switch between the both of them. And when you switch between the both of them, it forgets whatever was bound to. So if you went with your V2 goggles and you switched them to V1 and paired it with an air unit, and then you go switch it to V2 because you want to fly it with DJI FPV POS, by the time you go back to the V1 mode, you have to rebind.
Yeah, that's a lot of work for no reason.
And the technical differences between V1 and V2 are not that significant to make it worthwhile.
Now, how difficult is it to find a
You
set
can
of those
only
V1s?
buy the V1s as a used unit anymore anyway, but
Yeah.
there's plenty of good offers for used V1 goggles out there, and they're going like $400 to $450 is what I've seen. I've seen them with with analog adapters on it and modules for as little as 500. So
Now, that wouldn't be a bad idea having those analog adapters.
I've got an analog adapter for mine, and because I got rid of my analog goggles because the IPD, the interpupillary distance, wasn't wide enough on the goggles for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't see if they have an adapter, an analog adapter, why not just use it? You'd be able to stick with the same set of goggles, especially somebody like me that has analog. I'm going to go digital, but I'm going to keep my analog stuff. Makes sense, right? I mean, it doesn't cost that much more to get the analog adapter. That wouldn't.
All depends on what module you're going to go.
Yeah.
I'm already in a TBS ecosystem, so I got the TBS Fusion module.
Yeah, see, I'm nothing but
The
FR
analog
Sky.
adapter. Okay, the analog adapter allows you to use an analog module and then plug it in. You basically plug it into the auxiliary port on your goggles, and then you switch your goggles over to the AVN, and it's quite a clean setup. Let me grab it real quick.
Yeah, it's a hell of an idea. Makes sense. That'd be nice to switch from digital to analog out in the field without having to worry about switching your goggles.
So I've got the version that actually slides apart. So we've got the regular goggles here, and then I've got this little bracket on the side, and this thing, and
That's
there's
it,
the
man.
module antennas. Slide the two in, and then you just plug some cables in. You know, your power in goes into the top, and then at the bottom are two cables, power out, and the video signal. And that's what it looks like. Now there's different setups for this. There's another adapting analog module that sits right here, but since I have to patch this, I can't use it. But there's different ways to skin that cat.
And that's with what? You're running off of the TBS protocol?
That's
TB.
that's the TBS Fusion module.
Okay.
Receiver, the video receiver, VRX, video receiver module. But I'm already in the TBS ecosystem because I've got all mine on, with a few exceptions. Most everything I've got is on Crossfire.
Oh yeah. See, I haven't made the leap if anything yet. I'm stuck on FR Sky, which is not. I guess is not bad, but I don't know if I'm gonna make the switch, considering that I plan on going digital. I don't know if I'm going to. I don't know if it's worth it. I mean, is there a point?
Yeah, there's a point. If you go digital, here's why I went Crossfire. The digital, you only have one controller. That's a DJI controller.
Yeah.
And that thing has old potentiometer gimbals.
Yeah.
All gimbals in it. They will wear out over time. I mean, the DJI controller is decent, but it ain't great. You cannot do on a DJI controller what you can do on a controller like this. Okay.
I don't like the ergonomics of it anyways. It's too big and bulky for me.
The other thing is your video link and your control link are both on the same. So if your video link goes, your control link goes too.
Oh, that would suck.
Okay.
No control whatsoever.
With my setup now was the Crossfire. I know Crossfire can outrun the DJI video link. And if I lose video for whatever reason, I can flip the switch on my long range quads to return to home.
Yep.
And the video will come back shortly after that.
Yeah. And I know Crossfire, their signal and their distance and range and everything's much better than FR Sky, correct?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just a big upgrade.
By a bunch.
Well, I do plan on sticking with the same radio when I do go digital. I'm not going to the DJI radio. So I guess Crossfire wouldn't be a bad idea. I would have to make that setup.
Crossfire is for longer distance. Tracer is for quicker response time. Then you got Express LRS in the mix, which I think they're still a little too immature on Express LRS.
Yeah, they're early. They're just they're brand new. So they are. I was considering that too.
I think they've got a hell of a first showing. but I want to see how they keep on
Mhm.
what's their stuff.
Yeah, they just made their they just made an because that beta FPV light radio I had with my Cetus kit, they
Yep,
just made an LRS Express
Express
module in that
LRS.
radio
Yeah,
strictly. Yep, it's strictly Express LRS. It
yeah.
used to be FR Sky, but not
That
anymore.
that that, that controller, I'm sorry, is toy grade.
Oh God, it's terrible. I had it with my Cetus because that brush version Cetus is what I started with, and I sold it to my buddy TJ. But when I bought the jumper, because both jumpers they have Hall gimbals, that oh my God, what a difference!
Yeah,
Even the switches, they're so toy grade. It wasn't even funny.
yeah. So, I mean, we have what, and then we got a couple other protocols. We got Ghost in there. I mean, there's
Yeah, there's a lot. I'll end up making the
for
upgrade.
me, it's Crossfire. Just for the penetration because they seem to have the best penetration. And no, that's why I raft because I'm also flying planes and I'm going to eat more range with those guys.
Yeah. Uh,
And
Akira Show
James
is asking me.
Croning, yeah, you got that right. Battery is what limits your how far you go.
Yeah.
But I know if I have my like Explorer 4-inch here was 18650 battery pack on it, I can go for a pretty long time.
Yeah, you have that. You said the 4-inch. You have an 18650 plug-in on it. That's what it takes. That's the little What is that? What's the name of that quad?
The Flywheel Explorer,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
this little booger here.
Yep. It takes a single 18650 on the top, right?
No. No, you're thinking of the little 3-inch.
Yeah. Yeah. It just takes a single little battery up top. I saw
Yeah,
that.
but that's an analog rig, and I looked at it. I was considering it, but it's just too gimmicky. Um,
Yeah.
my thing would be let's turn that into a digital. Put two batteries on it and make it digital. It can be done. And for the guys that now going to chime in the conversation and say, "But it's too heavy," well, I found this little nugget earlier today. Let's see. Let's take gems off here. So at the top, that's a shark bite system at 11.4 grams, and at the bottom is a naked Vista Nano at 12.9 grams. And if you look at the new Polar Nano, you can actually knock another 2 grams off of that. Because the new nano camera, the Polar Nano camera, actually weighs only like 2 grams. And the camera on the Nano weighs about 4.5. So
Yeah, that's not a significant difference at all.
you can get, and really, okay, it's missing the antenna. So the antenna will be another, what's it, 11 and a half, no, 7.5 grams. But that's for both of them, right? They
Yeah.
both need an antenna of some type. So, um,
That is not a significant difference. All right. So
that,
what it
that,
is
that,
people are
that,
complaining.
that puts the digital into the tiny whoops at this point.
Yeah.
Put a little cheap little linear antenna on it on a tiny whoop. You don't need all that much distance anyway. and we'd be there.
How much does that little Cinewoop you have with digital in it weigh? That's a
You
little
mean
guy, right?
the P16?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. We got a scale.
They're getting
Ain't
little.
afraid to use it. It weighs 67.8 grams. So 68 grams, and that was a Crossfire Nano receiver on it too.
And what kind of camera does that have on it?
That is the Nebula Nano camera, the one that we just saw in that picture.
Oh, okay.
And that is not a naked Vista.
Interesting.
So we could knock the naked Vista or put the naked Vista in here. We could probably knock another 12 grams off of that if we wanted to.
Damn.
I bought this little booger to fly in the house.
Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome.
Linear antenna that's on here. That is just, well, the thing is, I live near a military airport, so I can't just step outside and fly drones.
Yeah, exactly.
So I needed something to fly indoors, and that's where this little thing came out. I love this thing.
That is cool, and especially for it to be digital too. That's badass.
So, oh, Woody drone's on. He's got to go 90 by. All righty. You have a good night, and we'll catch you next Tuesday. Do I need to fly digital in the house? No, I don't need to have digital. I want to have digital to fly in the house. I mean, it's kind of not necessarily comparing apples to apples here, but
Well, I mean, if you're already digital, then why go back?
I got this little guy too for house flyer, which is a 1S whoop. Well, it's not a whoop, but it's the UZ80. And that weighs 22.5 grams. And I will put a battery on there with it to 36.2 grams.
Tiny. This is my little house flyer, the little Tiny Hawk 2. That's all I got. These are the only two FPV drones I have at this moment is the Freestyle 2 and the
Believe
little
it or
2.
not, both of them have the same size prop.
That's crazy. Look at the difference in the size of them too. That's nuts. Huh.
But yeah, we can shave a bunch of weight off of this stuff yet. So
Oh yeah. All right, Johnny said you can fly outdoors by the military base. Just put Chris's FAA number on your drone.
yeah, I'll do that.
That's a great idea. I know the feeling, man. I live next to an international airport. I live less than a quarter of a mile from Fort Lauderdale International, so it's a pain in the ass. But that's okay. It gets boring flying at home anyways. You want to be somewhere where you can enjoy the view.
Chris might come in handy after all.
There you go. Look at that.
Yeah, no, I'm outside a military training base, and they train the trainers here on Randolph Air Force Base.
My goodness. Pretty loud, huh?
They buzz down pretty low around here. But the guy that's in charge of UAS at Randolph, he's a pretty good guy to email and come to an understanding with.
Oh, that's good.
And they usually don't fly on the weekends, so it's pretty easy to get the green light from them to fly around here on the weekend.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
No, I didn't say you have a purpose, Chris. I said you might come in handy. I didn't say you had a purpose.
He's probably crying. You guys are funny. I love watching you two go at it in the chats. It's funny as hell to watch. You guys are awesome. Chris just asks for it. He does.
Yeah,
Kids.
well, third eye is in the same boat. Lives mile and
Yep.
a half from Fort Hood Airfield. Yep.
Yeah, that's tough to live close to something like that. It's weird too because a lot of people complain about the DJI, their geofencing, and I can mine flies right here, that close to the airport. Of course, I'm not in the final approach runways, but I'm sitting off to the side of it, the runways, but still can unlock it.
Well,
Nope.
I live. My work is really close to where I live, and half of our building is in the no-fly zone. The other half is not.
And that's some weird. It's so weird. Now, is that no fly zone according to the FAA or is that according to the DJI's no fly zone?
No, that's an FAA. That's
Yeah.
a 5 mile radius around, and
Yeah, zero ceiling.
actually,
That's interesting.
you can get a 50-foot clearance
Waiver, yeah.
during operations, and then on the weekends, though, we'll give you the 400 feet.
Oh, okay.
Uh, yeah, there's a 50. If you go about half a block, no, that direction, it goes up to about 100, but there's no whole lot of. There's a big drainage ditch behind the apartments where I fly sometimes, and I guess 50 foot be good enough during the week, but I don't even want to. I don't even want to deal with that.
Yeah, that wouldn't make much sense at all. What's the lead time on a waiver like that? Take
About a day.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, if you had something to do where it was work related, I guess that's one thing. But for a hobby, I don't see the point. I don't see the point.
Yeah, I had a laugh when my apartment complex here said they were going to have a photographer out here with drones. I'm like, and how the hell did he get clearance to fly out here?
Mm-hmm. Probably didn't.
Well, I actually saw him out here, but he was in the middle of flying. I knew better and to jump in there and ask him, where his clearance was, but I didn't think I needed to be that guy anyway.
Yeah, so that's one. That's the part. I'm the same way. I usually don't jump into. It depends on the situation too. If there's safety involved, there's a different story. But usually, I wouldn't. I don't get involved. I try to stay out of other people's personal affairs. Depending on the situation, I guess. I don't know. But
Harley, hey Greg,
what's up, Greggy? What's happening, bud? Got a nice crew in here tonight. All the good guys. Kai, how far do you live from where Spin Up is happening?
about 90 miles.
Oh God, lucky man. Oof. Me and Bill Ronan are driving 18 hours. It's gonna be a long drive.
I'm still going to get a room up there because I don't want to deal with traffic going back and forth. Coming back Saturday and then go back up Sunday.
I did that down here for the South Florida drone meetup. I only lived 2 hours from where we did the meetup down here in March.
Yeah, well, you don't have this highway, I-35, aka Texas' largest parking lot.
Oh, I can imagine. 95 gets like that down here too. During the week, weekend it's not as bad, but
Yeah, no, they've got that thing tore apart and
oh God,
passes on it and what have you. Yeah, no, it's not fun.
it's always something. Same thing. I hate seeing construction on the highways. It just freaking slows everything down. Yeah.
So I don't want to deal with traffic.
I don't blame you.
Of course, I'm not staying at the Spring Hill because there's stupid expensive with their rooms.
What are they trying to ask for now? What are they at now? Do you know offhand?
250 or something like that.
Holy shit. No, 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 no. When I booked, we're at one, I think I'm at 560 for 3 nights. Is that what it was? I think so. It was like one something a night. I booked like 3 months ago. Kelly said he was getting group rates at that hotel, but I don't know
No,
if
they didn't give him much of a break on that group rate.
no, that sucks.
No, they screwed him. No, they didn't screw him, but apparently there's some going on in town that weekend.
Yeah, that's what I heard. It's supposed to be pretty bad for the whole. Yeah, that's where it's at. 502 for 3 nights. That's I got the same rate as Johnny.
Motel 6 up there, $70 a night. So
There you go. You can't beat that.
I actually lived across the street from the venue when I lived in Austin, so I kind of know the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Now I lived up there, and I know you didn't just hear me just now, but yeah, the venue is sort of across the apartments from where I used to live when I lived in Austin. I actually lived in Cedar Park for a couple of years.
Oh yeah, nice. I'm excited to go. I've never been to Texas. Never. This will be my first time.
That damn time.
Yeah, I mean, shit. 37 years later, I'm finally traveling to Texas. Hell, the states we're driving through. I don't even think I've been to. It's going to be a fun trip, Plus, we got extra drivers because me and Bill are driving up together, and then plus the wife's going to be with us. So it's going to be. I'm excited, man. God, we're so close. What are we? 3 weeks, 4 weeks away. 4 weeks away.
Are you a car guy?
I to a point. I have a favorite vehicle. I like old style cars.
Well,
I do like them. I watch a lot of shows.
Have you ever heard of a TV show called Top Gear?
Top Gear?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never watched it. I've maybe
Okay.
scrolled through it, but I've never actually watched it.
Well, the original presenters, no, it's a British show, and the original presenters, the three were just funny as hell. But they did a special where they flew into Florida, and instead of renting a car, they went ahead and bought a used car. Because there's this myth going on in Europe that it's cheaper for you to buy a used car in the States, drive across country, and sell it on the other end than try to rent a car.
Interesting.
So they each were given a budget, and they each bought a used car in Florida, and then jumped in their cars, and they were going to New Orleans. And it's freaking hilarious to watch. I mean, you probably should watch it before you get on this trip so you know what and what not to do.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'll have to watch.
Like, put a bumper sticker Hillary for president should not be one of the things to do.
Not a good idea.
No, they painted, they decorated each other's cars.
Oh yeah, so they can. All right, they were screwing with each other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was freaking hilarious.
I'll have to watch that. The Hillary Clinton bumper sticker is definitely not something you want to put on a car traveling north.
Now they were going through. I think they were in Alabama at that point. And they pulled over to get gas, and somebody saw the decoration on their car, and they pretty much just jumped back in the car and hauled ass.
Yeah, get me the hell out of here.
They were chased out of town. I mean, literally chased out of town.
Yep. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I'll be in Bill's car too, so I won't have to worry about any blowback. None of it's mine. Of course, when he's sleeping and I'm driving, then I have to deal with the blowback. But I'll make sure the car's clean before we leave.
Yeah, no, it's quite. It was hilarious. Of course, they brought half the shit on themselves too. But yeah,
those now, I think Top Gear is run by Americans now, isn't it? Is it?
Well, there's an American version of it now too.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
There's a bunch of old episodes. I mean, they've done that for almost 20 years, I think. The original three. And now, there was a blowout between the senior guy of the three and the BBC, and all three of them quit. Well, the one guy got fired, and the other two decided, well, if you fire him, we quit, kind of thing.
Oh,
And then they went over to Amazon and had a show called The Grand Tour.
never heard of that one. I do watch a lot of muscle car shows, though. A lot.
Well, these are not. This is not the type of show where you tune in and they, introduce a car and they go over the specs and all that shit. They don't do shit like that.
No.
And,
Yeah.
They'd have some where okay, this car has an audio in jack. Can you play your guitar on your car stereo? And next thing you see is Eric Clapton was a guitar out there, and they got the guitar hooked into the yeah. I mean, yeah.
I think I've watched. God, I don't want to say that I've seen it all before, but I think I've passed through and noticed it. It's on a lot. I've seen it on quite a bit. Akira Show said, "What is an old car to me?" Well, I was born in '84, but my favorite car is a '71 Chevelle. That is my dream car. If I had to pick one, I will own one. I will own one day. That's definitely my favorite car is the '71 Chevelle SS. I've always loved them. I love old cars. Even just because I'm young, a lot of people aren't, think that I'm not interested in the older vehicles, but I watch a lot of shows and I've kept up a lot with them, and I've seen all the, my dad's had all those old school vehicles, and I've always been intrigued by them. Never been there to where I could own one, but I'm sure I will one day. My favorite cars are the cars you guys used to just pick up and drive to high school. I want one. I'll get one. Speaking of new things, Kai, you plan on buying any of the new Altels?
Hold on, I'm trying to pull up this episode of Run. That was on their 9th season, series 9.
Season 9, episode.
Yeah, that's the part I'm trying to figure out.
Johnny had a '68 Camaro convertible. That's a good looking car.
It's from 2007.
You're talking about the episode where they drove from Florida up north?
They drove from Florida to New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Season 9, episode 3.
Season 9, episode 3. All right, I'll have to watch it. Boys embark on a road trip to find out who's got the best deal, encountering heat, flies, and very angry locals along the way. Got it. I'll watch it.
Get a good laugh out of that one. But yeah, Autel. I'm not putting any money down on anything. And I would suggest nobody else does either.
Nope.
I know there was somebody that offered pre-orders, but as you told me earlier, that's been put to a halt.
Buy Autel.
By Autel? Um, what I've heard is that we may not see the Autel all that quick because the release and everything that's been done with the new Autel so far has only happened in China.
Hmm.
So this might be a release similar to the Mini SE, to where they released them in certain countries before they were released in the US.
That's quite interesting. Really is.
Well, Geeksvana may have his order in, but that don't mean that he's going to see that thing anytime soon. I know he's got his order in, and I know the reasoning behind it.
How
And
was he able to get an order? A pre-order?
he put in a pre-order with DroneWorks, I believe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there were a few people that did. There were a few people. I just know that Autel reached out to them and asked them if they would stop taking pre-orders. So,
Yeah,
and I don't think any of it was paid for. I think they pay for it when they get the invoice. I'm not really sure how that worked.
I'm not. I mean, if I could put down, like $100 on a slot to reserve,
Yeah.
I might do that, but I'm not laying down $950 on that. And yeah, AZ Drone Dude, he already did that, and I know he's got a credible source or a credible store.
Yeah. So, I'm curious. I don't know. That would be interesting if they didn't release in the U.S. right away.
Johnny
mean-
Bonfire, if I sent you $100 for you mark my name on your Fence Sports that you paid, I mean, there won't be a lot of Fence Sports for $100. Not with the way lumber prices are these days.
Yeah, right. Crazy. I don't know, man. I don't have much. I don't know. I'm not an on-tail freak. I don't have much faith in them to deliver like they had the problems with the Evo 2, but I don't know. They could prove it wrong. There's no FCC filings on them yet. So
There's
who
no
knows?
FCC filings. There's not much of anything.
Nope. Just a release. Pictures. It's pretty much it.
We got pictures, we got price tags, and we've got some Chinese commercials.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Chinese commercials can't do no English. I mean, even their websites are all in Mandarin. No English. So that's interesting.
No, the spec pages were in English.
On the emails, that's the one I looked at.
Yeah. But on their website has nothing, or do they finally put something on their website about the new ones? They haven't listed them yet on their website, but they had an advertisement for them.
Blue Skies drones are still doing pre-orders. They've got the prices and everything here. See, yeah, Blue Skies drones. I don't know who that is, but you can pre-order the Nano for $649. Yep. Fill in our subject and manufacturer timelines. That's it. Interesting. Yeah.
I still fly the Evo 1.
Yeah.
That thing is a workhorse.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people love that drone.
The part that I like about it best, I can video record and take pictures at the same time. Meaning I don't have to turn off the recording to take a picture. I can just hit that shutter button as I'm flying and recording.
That's nice. That's a nice feature to have. Can't do that with ours, with DJI drones. Or at least I don't think. I know I can't on the Air 2S.
Some of the stuff I do with that is just very incredibly helpful.
Yeah, that would be nice. You can, I mean, I can just imagine being able to take a picture without having to stop your video. Very nice. Well, everything's in English now on the Auto website. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, but they don't give. I mean, if you go into the shop part, they have no mention of any of the new.
No, you can't. You can't pre-order them. You can't buy them. Nothing. Except,
If Auto won't let you pre-order, why would you pre-order anywhere else?
yep. The Nano. Jim's asking how much for the 1 inch. It's not the 1 inch. It's 1/1.28. Close, but it is seven.
7 8.
I think it's $800. The Nano Plus,
The Nano Plus is
close to 8.
750 plus 150 for the fly
Yeah.
mode or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're close to $900, maybe close to 1,000, depending on what you buy with it, extra batteries and whatnot. Nobody's going to know the pricing of the batteries, and nobody knows anything about them. Just know the price of the drone combo itself. That's it.
Yeah. Well, I'm not entirely sold that the Nano Plus is going to be a sub 250.
Well, that's a lot of tech putting in, man. To a little drone like that, a lot.
So
I don't know. I don't know. I've got some weird thing about these nanos because if you look at the nano, the specs on the nano show it being 4K. The specs on the Nano Plus do not show what the video resolution is, if you've noticed, and it also does. The Nano shows 4K on the lens of the camera, and the Nano Plus just shows AF for autofocus. That is it. There is no 4K on the Nano Plus, from what it looks
I
like.
think it's for autofocus, not for automatically freaked.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know.
No,
Same thing.
we're going to have a high resolution on it, but
I mean, are you able to get a high resolution out of a drone like that without heating issues, with obstacle avoidance? The Hubsan had a hell of a problem.
well, the Hubsan that no,
Well, they're just Hubsan, yeah. Hubsan is Hubsan.
I'm not sold on the Hubs. As a matter of fact, I don't want nothing to do with those shysters.
Nah, I've been done with them.
Not
Been
ever.
done with them. Yeah, I sold my Xeno 2 months ago. I don't even know why I got it in the first place. I had the original Hubsan Xeno, which was my first 4K camera drone. Well, not my first, but first of its kind for foldable at the price point.
Dad
That
random called the Xeno 2 his Goonie Bird.
That it was. That it was. Yep. Well, I don't think they'll ever get it right.
I think they're trying to compensate against their stuff now because now they're doing giveaways on their drones.
Yeah.
They just had Captain Drone give one away, and I thought there was another giveaway rolling on that. Yeah, who's doing the other giveaway? There's somebody else doing the giveaway for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Captain Drone did his giveaway announcer today.
Yeah.
Some new. I was hoping to win that just so I can play with that drone just to see what it was all about. But I'm not going to shed a single tear that I didn't win. Not one.
No, he needs to give something else away, and I want that he had.
What's that? That VTOL?
Nope. I want
Uh-oh.
that. I want that VTOL. That VTOL looks interesting.
It is definitely cool looking.
Dustin Dunnell up on Maui got
Yep.
a hold of one of those things, and he took it out for first flight test, and he had only like 50% battery left, and he kind of went for a little distance jog with that thing and punched it to like 2.5 miles
Shit. That's bad. That's pretty good.
on half a battery.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
he still had plenty of battery left coming back.
Yep.
He was shaking in his boots a little bit though, and when he first did the turnaround, but then he had a back, wind coming, carrying him back.
Yeah, that's a cool looking deal. You could strap a GoPro or like an Osmo on the front of it. Yeah, it's got that cool looking smart controller looking thing. I guess it's smart controller, but it's interesting. And a little, it's I mean, it's pricey, but you know what you get is, I guess it's worth it. I wouldn't mind owning one. Send me one. Yeah, right. That ain't happening.
No, actually, the one I'm even more interested in is this thing right here.
Something recent. Oh, the 7 Pro. Yeah, he just did that yesterday. He just did that review yesterday, didn't he?
He did one just recently, but there's a couple other reviews that was this thing too. But
Yeah,
this thing is a beast.
that's the one that's got the dead cat design to it.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, that thing's cool as hell. Oh yeah, 7-inch.
Got the crossfire diversity on it. I mean, the only thing that holds you back on that is the battery. And I think I have just the right battery. I got a 10,000 milliamp hour brick sitting over there, 6S.
You have a 10,000 milliamp 6S battery?
Yeah.
Good knit. That's a monster. Holy crap.
Some guy ordered some on Amazon. That was some completely different than a battery. And Amazon sent him the battery. And he got all to Amazon, told him he didn't order a battery. He wanted to return it. Amazon didn't want it back.
Really?
He said for 3 weeks he was trying to return that blessed battery, and Amazon just wouldn't have it.
Wow.
Because it's hazmat, right? For shipping.
Yep.
So I use that battery to recharge my other batteries when I'm out in the field. But yeah, that guy, he came on the Facebook group and said, I've got this battery to if anybody wants it. Shit, I said, Mitch, I'll take it. Met him 2 hours later, picked up that battery.
And do you have anything to fly it on now? To fly with it?
Nah, I use it to recharge my batteries when I'm out in the field.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That's a good idea to have something like that.
I fly a bunch of 6S batteries, and instead of having to take a bunch of batteries, I can just recharge them out in the field as I go.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea, having a bigger battery to do that.
But I think we've gone way over our time window already.
Hour 19, nice.
Yeah, we're about we need to wrap it up for today. Been good having you on here.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you giving me the invite, man. It's been a pleasure. Absolute pleasure. All right. Yeah.
Get see what everybody's up to. Appreciate everybody that stopped by and visit us. Now's the time to hit the old thumb me uppy button one more time before we wrap her up here. And I guess we'll see y'all next Tuesday. We'll be back at our regular scheduled time, 5:30 Central, whatever that works out in your time zone. We're gonna have our drone meetup coming up here pretty soon too, on the 16th. I'm thinking starting time around 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm hoping we're not getting there too early. The place that we do our meetup is a soccer field
Ah,
or a sports park, and they've got soccer fields and football fields and baseball fields and everything there. But the soccer guys are back, and they kind of have a lease on the place, so we can't just show up there and knock and boot them off at our soccer fields. That just won't.
yeah. Yeah, that's understandable.
Well, how about that Idaho quadcopter?
Mr. Marcus, how you doing, bud? Doc hit it twice, but the number did not change. This guy. It's
Well,
sick pup. Oh boy.
that's not what we meant was hitting it twice. It's a one hitter.
One hitter quitter. That's it.
No soup for you. Wait a minute. What am I missing?
I don't know.
That must be an inside joke.
I guess. It might be.
That's an old Kramer reference right there.
Well, he got it, so it must be an inside.
And Seinfeld, you know.
Oh well.
Yeah, and it does take more than 5 minutes. And that's what he said.
Mm-hmm. I'm waiting on mine, Doc. I'm waiting on mine. I'm ready. Get that puppy together.
Okay, so it means no soup for you means you're late.
Oh, okay. I've heard that before. I've heard that reference before. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, my house it meant no dinner.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. Unfortunately, Marcus, we're already wrapping it up. It's been fun, but we've done almost an hour and a half now, so that's gonna have to do it for today. Interesting talking to you. Good to have you on.
Yes, sir. Same
Again,
to you. Thank you.
everybody, I appreciate you stopping by, spending some time with us, putting up with our quirky sense of humor. And until next time, next Tuesday, I don't know if we're going to do anything, if Stat and I are going to do anything this Saturday or not, but if we do, we'll see you. If not, we'll see you on Tuesday. On that, IDO, do you want to say your goodbyes?
Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for stopping by.